We back up.
We're back. We're good. That's so fucking funny. Now I'm gonna have to edit it together and put like my logo in the middle of that fucking 2-minute clip.
A little 2-minute intermission there.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we are.
Honestly, I could just upload the video with a gap in it and the audio's fine.
It'd be all good. Back in business. Throw some fucking advertisements in there.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Bro,
thanks for listening, everybody.
Nike for throwing that commercial.
Oh my god.
In between the break there.
That's so fucking funny.
We're just waiting on that check, bro. You know.
Learning experience. Get rid of this shit by my feet so I don't do that ever again.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's embarrassing.
I mean,
what the fuck were we talking about? Comedy shows.
Yeah.
Differences in crowds. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was saying it's a big. One thing I really enjoy watching is like the different styles of comedians and like. I mean, everyone has just different style of jokes or like different presence on stage or like. I don't know, just shit like that. Like, everyone's audience is going to be different. So, like you were saying, like being able to succeed out of state, it's like it's got to be a little different for everyone, right? Like, what works for you out of state might not be the same as. Oh shit, dude, we're having all sorts of podcast fails today. Pulling the mic off of the fucking table. Do you need help? I got you. All right. Here, talking to the mic.
Oh shit. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Millennial Meltdown, having a Millennial Meltdown.
Having a meltdown.
Yeah, dude, this is fucking wild. It's like.
Let go of it. You're good. This has never happened. This is the craziest. Is it February 29th or something?
Maybe, dude.
There you go.
Good. Okay.
Are you good?
Maybe it was am I good?
I think you're good. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
That's a solid Jesus, that was a solid podcast fail. So DeVonte just pulled the whole mic off the table.
Bro,
it's clamped onto the table. I don't even know how you did that.
I'm just here trying to enjoy myself, bro. And I feel attacked right now. Like, I don't feel safe. I really thought this was a safe space that Jeremy was providing.
Turn the mic with the notch towards you. You're good. Yeah, get that notch face.
Yeah, beautiful. There we go. Yeah, so much better. Much better. But yeah, like I was saying, I really thought that this was a safe space that Jeremy was providing. I mean, he was very inviting whenever I was here, whenever I entered his domicile, then, I mean, it felt like a very inviting environment. But, I mean, at some extent, you have to draw the line, bro. Like, it's just disrespectful. Like, I didn't come here to be attacked by your microphone stands, bro.
Dude, it feels like it's a full moon today. I don't know if
yeah, it's definitely like Friday the 13th ish for sure.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know if anyone
I need to
believes
watch
in
a
that
scary
shit out
movie
there,
tonight.
Holy shit, what just happened? Dude, I
like,
just shut off the webcam in the middle of the podcast and then you pulled the whole mic off the table. This is like the weirdest fucking day.
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't believe in like a whole lot of supernatural stuff.
No.
Or like like karma, like good and bad balancing out type of thing.
Yeah.
But I do in some sense believe in like I don't know, like residual energy type of shit, like
yeah,
where a lot of negative things happen, like it like leaves like almost like a stain on that environment or place. Like I think that's why like, you know, graveyards have that kind of weird feeling to them, or hospitals or morgues where, you know, a lot of dead people have been.
Makes sense.
Or like places where there's been mass, you know, deaths and shit like that. Like I don't know, like I've never believed in God. Okay. Like I've always like called myself an atheist until I was in like college and I looked into it more and kind of figured I was more agnostic than atheist. Okay. More of like because atheist is like a firm, like absolutely not, like don't believe in God or any entity like that. Okay. Agnostic is more like I admit that I don't know. Like it could be a possibility that God exists, but that's not what I believe.
Okay.
But like I did grow up in a house where a woman died. And that was a weird experience for sure. Okay. Like in the house, I never felt like alone. Like I always felt like someone was there watching me.
Damn, dude. Did you ever see anything?
I never saw anything, but like weird stuff happened. Like I was like alone in my kitchen, and like the cabinet opened and like stuff from the top shelf like spilled out of the cabinet. Like when there's like no way it could have like spilled out of the cabinet.
You're home alone?
Yeah, like shit like that. Like when I was a kid, I never felt comfortable being home alone with my door open. I had to have my door shut to my bedroom because I felt better. And like I couldn't explain that. Yeah. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. One time one of my friends came over and all of a sudden, like, we're just hanging out, eating or whatever. And he was like, did someone die in your house? And I was like,
what the fuck?
What? And he's like, did someone, like, die in this house? And I was like, yeah. Like, why? And he's like, I don't know. I get this, like, feeling when I'm in houses where, like, someone's died. It's, like, happened to me a couple times.
The fuck?
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I was like...
That's wild.
I was like, that's the weirdest fucking thing. Like, he didn't know. Like, you know, like, I'm pretty sure I never told him. I mean, someone else could have told him and he was fucking with me, but I don't think so. Are,
yeah.
Yeah, like just stuff like that, just kind of weird. So like I've never been like a firm believer of like, you know, the afterlife or ghosts or whatever.
Word.
But I kind of do. Like it's like I'm 50-50. Like,
I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I've like
I just went on a really long tangent there.
Oh, bro, it's all good. Like we're here, you know. It's February 29th. It's Black History Month. I am the first Black Phoenix comedian on your podcast. So it's like, you know, like I said, bro, I want all the smoke. Like, y'all can see me in a roast battle or whatever, dog. Like,
you should say that 10 more times, and I'll just clip all of it together and put it on Instagram.
There you go.
The first Black.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Talk about marketing, bro. But what were we just talking about? Oh, yes.
Afterlife and spirits and stuff.
I've definitely seen some things.
Okay.
Yeah. Like what? Like, I've definitely seen some things. I remember I was definitely a whore in my past.
Okay.
And I've settled down in my older years, you know. But there was a time. So I meet this young lady, and the first time that we ever hang out, I just go to her place.
Wait, like, you said you were a whore in your past, like, not like in a different life, this current life?
No, yes, definitely this current life.
Oh, you fucked a lot. I get it. Okay, yeah, go on. Like right. Mormons.
I mean,
polygamy.
We didn't have to, like, you know, divulge that to the masses, but it's okay, Jeremy. You know, we're here.
Hey, just trying to dissect what you said, man. I'm trying to understand.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. And I was trying to dissect her thighs that night. But I pull up to her spot, and it's super dark, and I can feel just like this energy, like, bro, just like this dark energy. And I'm just like,
that's creepy, dude.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Like in her house or outside of it?
Outside of it.
Shut up.
Bro, I thought I was going to get jumped.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like it felt like I was going to get jumped. So I was just like looking everywhere, bro. Like I was peeping like all my surroundings. So, fucking get to her apartment and she opens the door and like it's like pitch black, right? Like there's no lights on. And she grabs my hand and like pulls me like inside into the room, right? And I'm definitely like working this out as a bit. Like I haven't actually worked on it on stage yet, but there's a bit coming. But yeah, she pulls me inside and we go like straight to her room. And I'm just thinking about how like my life is over whenever my mom sees this, bro.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Bro, oh my gosh. Like this is gonna be it. Like the last show that you'll see me at will be the last time you'll ever see me. Cause what the fuck was I just talking about?
Oh, she pulled you into the room?
Yeah. Pulled me into the room.
Yeah.
It's still pitch black. Yeah. Right? In the room, she has like shades. So like here. And there's like lighting outside so I can see a little bit into the room. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm checking for like the essentials. Cool. No Adam's apple. Cool. Bitch ain't got a dick. All right. Word. We're good. You know? So like it was what it was. So we start messing around or whatever. And I just like feel like we're not the only two people in the room, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah. And I'm just like, there's somebody else in here. Right. So like I'm on my knees and like she's essentially like doggy style. And I look over and like next to her closet I can see like probably a little bit further than like this where this backdrop is. Yeah. I can see just like a dark figure just like standing.
Whoa.
Dead ass. I wish I was kidding. Like I so seriously wish I was kidding. So I see this dark figure. So I'm like, no, I'm tripping. Like, what the fuck? So I like rub my eyes like again, gone. Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. I was just tripping. I'm just paranoid. I'm in a spot I'm not used to. Like I was already feeling weird outside, you know, just whatever.
Oh my God.
Bro, a couple minutes pass by. Look over again. Same dark figure. Just a little bit closer. Probably where the backdrop is at this point. So like I can't touch it. It doesn't look like it can touch me, but it's just standing there.
I don't fuck with that.
Bro. So at this point, I'm like, nah. Like I gotta go. So this is where shit gets wild, bro. This is like some fucking Stephen King shit right here. So like I go to turn and like fucking rub my eyes or whatever. By this point, I'm already like pulled out and done and like whatever. Like even if I did nut, then you know, or didn't nut or whatever happened, I'm good. Like I'm ready to go. So like I'm finished in that area and she's trying to like convince me to stay, but I had just seen whatever the fuck I just saw. So I turn back this way and I'm rubbing my eyes or whatever. And I'm getting ready to stand up. Before I stand up, still on my knees, I look over again. Boom. Right fucking here, dog.
Shut up.
Bro, no fucking facial features, like it was just like a dark shadow, dog. And I just like jumped back and fucking like I stood up and I was like, nah, hell no. I was like, hey, I gotta go. Like I think I told her like my kid is at home or some bullshit like that. I don't even have kids. But I was like, you know, I gotta go. You know, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I was like, dude. I'll let you know when I get home. I blocked that bitch.
I'm like stressed out thinking about it.
Bro, that shit was terrifying.
Just right in front of your face, dude. And then what'd you do? I mean, what happened? Did you scream? Did you like, wah?
No, I just like, I jumped and then fucking like, I got the fuck out of there.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, and she kept like trying to convince me to stay, and I was like, no, I gotta go. I was like, I really gotta go.
That's wild.
Yeah, bro. But it's like that's probably not even like the wildest shit that's ever happened to me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Like I've seen some shit. Like
fucking A.
I'm like a fucking onion out here, dog.
Yeah.
It's a lot of layers to this nigga, bro.
Dude, that's pretty wild. Yeah, I don't like. There's weird stuff like that that's hard to explain for sure, right? Like it's just like what is that? You know, it's weird. But it's like it's hard to not be like it's a demon, 'cause it could be a demon.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Yeah, it's just like the weirdest shit. It's like it's just weird for me. Like it's hard for me to be like we're one planet of billions of planets in the universe. Right. So like for me, it's hard to be like, yeah, we were totally created by like this one being, and you know, when you die, you go to like heaven, and like this one being like oversees all of it, and then like the devil and like all this. And especially when different cultures have different like gods and stuff.
Exactly. And
there's different. I mean, it's like, how do you say your God is the right one? You know.
That's something that D.O. Hughley, which fuck all y'all, he is funny, but that's something that he said was like, we have like all these ideals and like we paint each other as the bad guys, right? And they're supposed to be like this obvious bad guy,
yeah,
but like everybody has their own opinions. And he's like, the fucked up part is somebody's right.
Right.
You know, and it's like, regardless, niggas is dying. Like, people are going to die regardless. Like, whatever side you choose.
Yeah.
We killing somebody, or we've killed somebody.
Yeah.
So, it's like, you know, that's one of the reasons that, like, I've began to separate myself from the ideology that is religion, because I feel like it's complete bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, my issue with religion in general is that like it's just created by people.
Exactly.
It's just like there's the King James Bible, right? Like everyone acknowledges that King James wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm like, yeah, but like, so why does that guy get to write the Bible or make changes to the existing Bible? And you know, it's weird to me that like people just accept that like a dude wrote it down and it's like it's there. But even like the Pope says things like, I don't have a direct line to God.
Yeah.
I just pray to him like everyone else. Like the Pope has said that. So I'm like, it's weird that like, I mean, why didn't the Pope write the Bible?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, it's just strange. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's one, like, I understand that I don't know anything about it and I've never read the Bible and I've attended church 3 times in my life with friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to like accept that like it's just like a book that everyone should worship, and like I would get it if it's more of like there's like things happening that can't be explained and you're like, yeah, it's like a divine thing that's happening.
Word.
But to me it's just it's hard to just like have like faith and like, oh yeah, like God has a plan. But it's like so much negative shit happens in the world though.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's so conflicting to me that I'm like, I'd rather just be like, I don't believe in that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, where does the line between fact and fiction get drawn?
Right.
Because I can tell you these stories of things that happened to me, but if you don't believe them, to you, they could either like. It's either like you have the option of believing them to be fact or fiction. Like, to me, it's just fact.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like, I completely forgot what fucking point I was trying to make.
I'm stoned, and I now remember the point I was trying to make, so let me go. You think about it.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, how do you dictate the difference between, like, Greek mythology and current day, like, Catholicism? Because, like, how does, like, one society dismiss that Greek mythology is mythology when it's all the same? I mean, it's based on the belief in gods. It's all a written history of, like, biblical proportions, right?
Right.
But we all dismiss it as, oh, that's just mythology. They just believed in some shit in the stars and stuff. But it's like these whole populations of people believed in things like Zeus, or, you know, people like Hercules and shit, or different gods in the stars for a very long time.
Right.
And we now dismiss it as mythology.
Yeah.
But, like, so one day, 10,000 years from now, are we going to call Christianity Christian mythology because there's going to be a new religion that takes its place? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, back then, that was the only religion.
Right.
And now one took its place.
Yeah.
So is that just going to happen again? Like, for me, why do we dismiss one and accept the other one? Why do we dismiss Buddhism and Hinduism and accept Catholicism? To me, it's strange.
I mean, honestly, I think that I think we should rid the world of pigeons.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I think.
I wonder if anyone can hear that pigeon.
Man, I sure as fuck hope so, because I can. And if you have the pleasure of not being able to hear that pigeon, then fuck you. Okay? You didn't have to live through the poverty that was my childhood, bro. We used to get letters in the mail from the top ramen company for, like, sponsorships. Like, they wanted to sponsor us because we were so poor. They wanted us in their commercials.
What does this have to do with anything?
This has to do with the fact that pigeons have always been in my life. You know how many times I've asked for pigeons in my life? Not one. Not ever. And you know the way that this correlates? It's the same thing with religion, bro. Like, I grew up. Like, this is where the tangent, like, this is where, like, the podcast takes, like, that awkward serious turn.
This is a Millennial Meltdown.
Yeah, for sure. This is where we take, like, that awkward ass serious turn. And, like, we veer, and then everybody's like, oh, well, that was all right. They just did that. But, yeah, bro, like, growing up in the church was definitely one of the most traumatizing experiences.
Really?
Bro, it was so bad.
Why?
Because it's essentially you're brainwashing your kids.
Yeah.
And even, like, you know, the Church of Mormon or the Church of Latter-day Saints, whatever the fuck they choose to go by these days.
Officially Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, well, They're started letting black people in the church, like, within, like, the past 30 years.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and, like, I just,
their numbers.
like, I turned 30 this year.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're telling me, like, if I, like, 12-year-old me comes up to your church and is like, oh, you know, I want to be a member, like, you gonna turn me away because I'm black, bro? Like, come on. But it's like, and it's crazy because actually this is the point that I was wanting to make earlier, and it's crazy how all of this shit tied together, dog. It's beautiful whenever things are meant to be. This is leap year and Black History Month, and you have the first black comic in Phoenix on your podcast. All the smoke. Come see me, dog. I want all the smoke. Bro, at them whenever you drop this video. Darrell and Jules, I want the smoke. Come see me in a roast battle. I will take that title for the first black comic.
I'll definitely
during Black History Month.
I'll do my best to make a clip of all this.
No, but like in all seriousness though, As far as like the religion thing goes, like it definitely was, like it felt like brainwash growing up.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we were like conditioned as kids to like not anger the big man in the sky.
Yeah. That's
you know?
for sure.
And it's like, it's to an extent I get it, because like as a parent you want to protect your children, and if you believe in that doctrine, then of course that those are going to be the principles that you attempt to instill in your kid.
Yeah.
But at some point you have to offer your child the freedom to make their own choices, so they can know right from wrong, and they can know if there is the possibility that there's something different out there. You know, I'm getting to a point where I believe that there are multiple entities, or maybe there is just one, you know, omnipotent entity that just oversees everything but goes by these different names.
Yeah.
Because everybody prays to something, and in so many different cultures shit works.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that what they're doing doesn't work whenever it's working.
Yeah.
Like, it's working before our eyes. Like, there's like people that like are like devout Christians that have like these amazing stories of like how they were just missed by like a train wreck, or like how they fell off a cliff and like got up unscarred, and just like all this different stuff. And it's like, okay, you believe that your God and your Jesus saved you. You know, that's what you believe. But these Muslims also watched a little girl that had pneumonia, like severe pneumonia, one day, immediately heal within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, where's the line? There's so many different fucking, like, there's so many different lanes on that freeway, bro.
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, we just keep riding that bitch. And it's like, at some point we really should just like deep dive and explore and like see what the true root of it really is.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not meant to know, you know, maybe that's why it is the way that it is.
Yeah.
But I still think that we should try. And that was me really thinking about the fact that we should all come together the way that we came together on the 19th of February at my show, Not Your Mama's Valentine's Roast. It was a comedic experience. And I'm saying all this to say that you definitely won't want to miss the next one. Whenever I do put it out, you guys will be the first to know. Back to you, Jeremy. Bro, fucking solid. Mic drop, bro.
Dude, you're made for a podcast. You
have mic drop.
You have a fucking phenomenal podcast voice.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. That means like, so much, bro. This feels good. I'm enjoying this, dog. Good, I love this shit.
Yeah, I hope you come back for more. I really like to do, I've said this on like every podcast now.
Yeah.
I'd really like to do group podcasts.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. You were telling me about it. Bro, I'd be so down.
Yeah, because I have more mics and shit, so it'd be nice to have a couple more people in here and do some group ones. Back to the religious topic, though. The biggest thing for me that kind of fucks me up on the whole thing is the stories of kids who have memories of past lives.
Yeah.
When they're young, like super young, like 4 and 5 years old. Like there's like a little boy who, when he was like 4 or 5, he could like name planes that were used in like World War I and World War II.
Yes.
And he like knew the names of some of the people who like died during wars and shit like that. And it was just shit like, there's no reason this kid should know this information.
Exactly.
And if it's fake, it's like those parents would have had to hammer those details into that little boy's brain.
Yes, bro.
For months.
From birth.
Before he like did those interviews with people.
Exactly.
And shit like that. And there's like multiple instances of things like that where kids specifically have memories when they're young.
Yeah.
Of past lives.
Yeah.
And to me, that is like where I get goosebumps, and I'm like,
yes, bro.
What could possibly explain that shit?
Bro,
Like,
that's the type of stuff, bro. Like it's said, I believe it touches on it somewhere in the Bible. It talks about like, children being innocent, because they don't, know any better. They're not experiencing life and making educated life decisions. Yeah. Everything that they're doing is in innocence because they don't know better. So since they have that innocence, then they're able to see the world for what it truly is.
Yeah.
They don't have a skewed view of it. So they get to see like all these different, like, I think that kids can see like, and I'm going to catch some shit for this, but like, I think that kids can see like spirits and like entities and shit like that. Like, I think that they actually can. I think that's why like there's some kids that struggle with like the boogeyman and like something being under the bed or like not wanting to sleep in the room alone. There's something there. There's something to that. There has to be.
Yeah.
Because like all these kids aren't making this shit up. Like, kids are imaginative, but
like, why is it such a common childhood theme?
Why?
Right.
Where does it come from? Why aren't we like truly exploring this? That's why I'm so fascinated with psychology, but we can dive into that in a minute.
I love psychology.
Oh my gosh. I'm so fascinated with psychology.
Side tangent. Sorry, go ahead. Hold on to my psychology piece.
But no, yeah, like I really do think that kids can tap into like a more spiritual realm, especially like babies and toddlers and things like that, because you'll see them like reach for things that aren't there and like laugh alone a lot.
That shit's creepy, dude. There's so many videos of kids laughing.
Yeah.
Like someone's playing with them that's not there.
My mom used to say that like that angels would tickle me while I was sleeping because I would laugh in my sleep.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just dreaming though.
I mean, bro, I like I said, bro, I'm a whole onion over here. Like it's a lot to unpack.
I love playing devil's advocate for anything. Like, it doesn't matter the topic.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll argue with you about it. Like, I don't have like firm beliefs in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very fluid and like, I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. Give me some info and maybe I'll believe you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love when people are like, bring up anything that's like, I'm like, yeah, well, what about this? Like, motherfucker.
I fuck with that. Bro, real quick, fat shout out to you for having this fucking Velcro peel right here. Cause like, your boy definitely struggles with anxiety, so like being able to peel this shit, it definitely like calms me down a bit.
Have you ever played with a fidget cube?
No, I don't think I have.
Like, you know what a fidget spinner is? So you just spin them? A fidget cube is a box with different things on it to play with. It's my favorite thing. I play with it at my desk, or like sometimes I'll take it on drives and I'll hold it in my left hand and play with it while I'm driving. It's the same thing. It just reminds me of that because it's just something to do with your hand that kind of like grounds you. It's cool. It has a little joystick on it. Like same as like a game controller, so you can just like roll it around on your thumb like this. I could go get it and show it to you.
Hell yeah.
They're the most fucking fun thing, dude. I don't know what the fuck we were saying. Oh, the psychology of shit. I think it's fascinating the way like minds work in different ways. Like like I was reading this article and I posted it on Facebook about how now for like the first time in human history, like so many people are sharing information about themselves. We're figuring out like more than we ever did about humans and just the way like we process things. Like this article is about how people's brains work and how different people think in different ways. And it's purely like just different for every person and how you process information and how you form thoughts in your head. Like some people, it said like some people think in images. So like when you have an idea, you think in pictures. And or some people think in one word. So, like, they focus on the idea and they just kind of think about the word.
Huh.
Or some people think in full sentences.
Right.
And that's how I think.
Right.
Like, I form thoughts in full sentences in my head. Like, I'll have full conversations in my head.
Right.
And then it was explaining just, like, how some people are a mix of those. Like, they have images with conversations.
Right.
Or, you know, it just explained, you know, that's how people with photographic memories work. Like, they think in images.
Yeah.
So it's not like when they read a book, their brain doesn't capture the words they read. They capture the image of what they read.
Yeah.
So then, like, that's how they pull it back up in their head. Like, it's fascinating to me that, like, we now know that, like, all these people's brains work in these different ways.
Right.
And it's, like, it's fascinating to think about, like, the education system in that sense of, like, you know, different people learn in different ways based on how their brains work.
Right.
And it'd be crazy if we could, like, dial in to more things like that, personal traits and different, like, human traits of how brains work and consume information and shit like that.
I think the more that you learn, the closer you get to being able to do that, though.
For sure.
You know, like, the more educated you are and the things that, like, you're actually invested in and, like, interested in, then, like, your mind opens up to these different experiences and, like, different ways of, like, operating because, like, you're learning new things. So,
right.
I don't know why I said it like a fucking game show host. You're learning new things.
Oh, you're good.
Sound like a fucking dick.
That's so funny. Yeah, I've always thought that that type of shit was fascinating, though. And, like, going back to, like, kids, like kids, like, just process different, they process information differently.
Right.
You know, than adults do.
Exactly.
Like that. And, yeah, it's wild to think, going back to, like, the whole reincarnation shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild to think that, like, kids grow up like that and then forget it and, like, they don't even remember.
Dude.
They don't even remember. But now we have video cameras. Everyone owns one. And now we can document that type of shit. Because that type of shit's happened for a long time.
Yeah.
But no one's ever been able to document it other than telling people.
Yeah, and, like,
when you
writing
tell
it down,
people, it
yeah.
sounds insane.
Yeah.
And especially back in the day, you wouldn't tell people shit like that. Like,
I'm
my
telling
kids
you,
at home
bro.
looking through a picture book, like, they fucking remember shit from the 1800s. And, like, people would be like, okay, Karen, like, you fucking sound insane.
Bro, my girl's son was like, he creeped me the fuck out one day. And, like, my girl's white, her family's white, so I understand why they weren't freaked out. But I was like,
Yeah.
guys, you know, I got a little bit of melanin over here, you know?
Yeah.
I operate a little differently.
Keep talking.
But no, yeah, I was over at my girl's family's place, and we're all hanging out, and my girl's son starts, like, describing everyone and, like, their occupations, but he was giving us names that, like, weren't ours. So, like, this is Bill. He's an airplane pilot, and he's married to that person, and so on and so forth. And oh my gosh, bro, oh my gosh, dude, I just got goosebumps. Dude, this is amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is. Dude,
I just went and got my fidget cube.
This is dude, this is nice.
This is cool, huh?
Oh yeah, this is good for, like, somebody with like anxiety. This is, yeah, really relaxing. This is really nice. Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna have to order a bunch and start, like, giving them to people as gifts on the podcast.
Dude, yeah, oh my gosh,
Pretty unique.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
And they're cheap too. They're like $5.
Oh, sweet. I might have to get one.
Yeah, dude, they're cool.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. But yeah, dude, it was just, like, super weird. He was just giving us, like,
He just started naming people
yeah,
and, like,
just
knowing shit
naming,
about them.
yeah, and, like, knowing different stuff about him. And he's like, because, like, obviously I was like, oh, like, Jess and I are married, and he's like, no, she's married to this person, da da da. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he just, like, looked at us and dived in the pool. I'm like, nah, it's time to go home.
That's weird.
Like, leave this little nigga here. That shit was creepy.
That is weird.
Bro, it was so creepy.
Yeah.
Like, kids are fucking weird, bro. Like, the bit that I have about, like, kids fucking kids, weird, bro. Man. Kids are fucking weird.
I do genuinely feel like, I mean, I did sense a lot of that shit, like I said, in that house growing up.
Yeah.
And I was young. I mean, as a teenager, as, like, a young kid, 12 to, 18 and shit. And I've never experienced that feeling again, except when I went on a tour of the underground in Seattle.
Yeah.
And what that is like a channel of like it's an underground city. It's where Seattle used to be. So under the streets of Seattle are these old tunnels and buildings and like literal like banks and hostels and roadways that you can walk in and shit.
Interesting.
Under the city, and they do like haunted tours and stuff down there.
Yeah.
And that's one of the only other places I felt like I'm like something's like happened here. Like there's like shit went on here. And
for sure.
I don't know, man. It's just like it's one of those weird things where like you can't explain shit like that.
Facts.
And it's like the weirdest experience.
I completely understand. I have several like strange ass experiences that like I can only explain to like so many people, because like a lot of other people just like will clown me for it or like won't believe me or like whatever the fuck, but I think now, like you said, being in a time now where like we can document everything, then it's like a lot of these beliefs that people have are like much more acceptable. Like things just kind of like they just kind of fall into place for like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was like a weird way to wrap it up. But
you're good.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that. Quick subject change. That was awkward as fuck. I don't even like how I ended that.
No, you're good. Yeah, did you have anything you wanted to talk about on this podcast today?
Oh, man, dude, there's so much to talk about.
I'm so bad about asking people about that. We usually just go off on tangents like that.
It's cool. Like,
but some people are like, I want to talk about this one fucking thing.
Nah, we're already like pretty deep. So it's like, fuck it, dog. We just ride the wave. But no, dude, I don't know. Like, there's so many things that you can get into.
Let me just ask you the basic shit of what I try to ask people.
Okay.
Because now that we're like an hour and fucking 10 minutes into the podcast or some shit.
Okay.
For people who don't know, I know you from comedy.
Right.
From Phoenix. Met you at open mics and shit.
Of course. Never
really sat down and had a whole conversation with you outside of just hanging out and smoking at open mics and shit.
For sure.
So I don't know a whole lot about you. So like just the basics of like where are you from? How old are you?
Oh man. Well, let me see.
Are you from Arizona?
Well, quick reminder. My name is DeVonte. Just a quick plug. Social media. You can find me on Twitter under the handle Can DeVonte Tweet. That's can as in Mexican. I'm just kidding. Or Canadian. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, guys. CAN. And then my name D as in David, E capital V as in Victor, ONTE, and then tweet TWW. Double ET. Can DeVonte Tweet, and then I just spent 5 whole minutes explaining my Twitter name.
Yeah, what a random tangent, man.
Yeah, dude, terrible. Just like for no reason, bro. I'm gonna get one follower off of this.
Just to tell me where you're from.
I haven't even gotten to where I was born yet. Like, nobody cares, bro. If you're this deep, I'm sure you probably follow me on social media already anyways.
Maybe.
So, like, there's no point. There's no point in me saying any of this shit. But fuck it, bro. Instagram. No, I'm just kidding. What a dick move that would have been. So Instagram is not funny Vontae. That's NOTFUNNY V as in Victor ONTE.
Oh my god.
That's on Instagram. Not funny Vontae. Yeah, I'm a pretty big dickhead, bro. Like, yeah. I can be a piece of shit sometimes.
Hey, plug it all you want, man. I don't care.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm going to. I got to get my follows up, bro. I'm trying to like
get them.
Fucking one post a week this shit, so like people stop giving a fuck, but I can still get paid.
Plug it.
Oh man, but no, dude, yeah, I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. Fat shout out to them, bro. Like Emo's Pizza, turn the fuck up, bro. Have you ever had Emo's? Have you ever been to St. Louis?
God, no.
No, bro. Emo's is the place to.
I haven't traveled like at all, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, you got to go to Emo's.
All right,
you got to go to
St.
Emo's.
Louis.
Yeah, if you're ever in St. Louis, bro, hit up
Emo's.
Yes, bro. Emo's and a Chinaman.
Like EMO.
IMO.
IMO.
Yeah, IMO
okay.
apostrophe S.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Emo's.
Emo's.
Because Emo owns it, so it's Emo's.
Okay.
Right. And they have this pizza there, and oh, dude, it's just, bro, magnificent. Talk about pizza.
I'm hungry right now.
Yes, dude, me too. Oh my gosh, fuck. But no, yeah, I was born there. A lot of my family is still there. A lot of cousins, aunts, uncles.
Okay.
Love all you guys if you get the chance to see this. Hopefully not, because if you do, you're showing my mom, and my mom's gonna kill me. So yeah, I like to thank everyone that's supported me along the way to getting here, because anyone that knows my mother, yeah. But anyways, born and semi-raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Moved to Houston, Texas whenever I was about 7, I believe.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. Yeah, you're from Texas.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah. That's home for me, you know. Even though I was born in St. Louis, I'm always gonna be a Texas boy.
Okay.
I spent most of my life there. I love it there. You know, it's home. It always will be. I lived there from the time I was like 7 until like 12.
Yeah.
And then my mom and I moved back to St. Louis for like a year and some change. Then came back to Texas, and after we moved back to Texas, I made the stupid ass decision to move to Tucson with my dad.
Okay.
Oh, dude, worst decision of my life.
Dude, Tucson sucks.
Dude, the fucking worst.
I'll shoot on Tucson forever.
I hate it there, bro. So many comics love Tucson.
My brother lives in Tucson, and I hate that fucking city.
Dude, one of my brothers lives in Tucson, and two of my brothers. My bad.
It's a straight shithole. It's the butthole of Arizona for sure.
For sure, bro.
For sure.
Casa Grande's pretty bad. Have you ever been to Casa Grande?
I mean, no.
I lived in Casa Grande. Yeah.
I mean, but Tucson's a whole city that sucks.
Well, I mean, Casa Grande is trying to be a town.
It's a little suburb.
Yeah. It's like 30 side streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a Walmart.
Tucson's a whole city of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casa Grande is 30 side streets, a Walmart.
When did you move from Texas to Tucson?
Whenever I was 14.
Oh, okay. So you lived in Texas for like 7-ish years, 8 years?
Yeah, and then whenever I turned 20, I moved back to Texas. Thankfully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank God I got the fuck out of Tucson, bro.
And then when did you come to Phoenix?
Oh, just last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's crazy how many people I meet that have lived here short term.
Yeah.
Like half the fucking comics that are in the Phoenix scene right now.
Because we're looking for a reason to stay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Looking for motivation.
Bro, fucking sucks here. Like, I enjoy Phoenix. You know, one thing I don't enjoy about Phoenix is just like being one of the only black people here. Yeah. You know, it's like I say on stage, it's like being a part of an exclusive Marine unit, you know. The few, the black, or the few, the proud, the blacks, you know.
The few, the black.
The few, the proud, the blacks. Yeah, shout out to me for fucking my own joke up. I'm usually much better on stage, guys. So if if you're ever in the Phoenix metropolitan area, definitely come see your boy.
Right.
I hardly ever get booked, but hey, I'm grinding, baby. I'm grinding.
I think getting booked at all at this point is a win. That's how I look at it, at least.
For sure.
When I get booked, I'm like, all right, man. I'm 7 months in. I got a booked show.
Dude.
I'm like, that's sick.
Dude, my goal last year was to get booked like once. I think I got booked like 5 times.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's crazy as fuck, bro. It was so dope. Like, it was so dope to be mentioned with like other dope ass comedians.
Yeah.
Just like comedians that like I fucked with heavy. I don't know. I don't think I had met you at this point, but like back in December, there was like the thing for the Kearley's yearly circulating.
Mm-hmm.
And like just seeing my name on that, like I think it was like there was like 8 different comics that were on there, and shout out to the other 7 that were on there. But yeah, just like being like in that conversation was just super dope. And just seeing that like the work that I've been putting in, it like paid off. It was super dope as well. So yeah, shout out to like pretty much everybody, bro. I'm gonna do like 37 more shout outs by the time this podcast is over.
Do it. Yeah, no, that's sick. I didn't even know what those were. I mean, back then.
Yeah, me either.
Like, the more I get into comedy, the more I find out about all these little things that are going on.
Right.
And all these different people doing different shit.
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it was really just about, like, performing in front of the right people.
Yeah.
Like, I just tried to, like, keep hitting mics.
Right.
Like, I was going to mics, like, 4 nights a week on average. But there would be some weeks where I hit mics, like, 6 nights a week. And I do, like, 9 mics. But like doing that many mics, you're gonna meet like that many people. You're gonna see like so many different faces and like so many different people that you have no idea how critical they'll be in your future.
Right, for sure.
Like it's absolutely nuts. Like I had no idea that Bill Laskowski was like so involved with Big Pine, and like I'm getting ready to send in my submission now, and that's not to say that like I have a leg up by any means necessary, but it is just dope as fuck to know somebody that like is already on the Big Pine team, you know, so that way like I know what it takes, like I know like I can be confident in what I'm sending in as far as my submission goes. And other people like Brian Kearley, I met him once and we just had like a super cool conversation. Like he just seemed like a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
And like he's the one that put the whole award show together. Like it's just like super dope that like all these different things have been falling into place, and like I've met all these different people so early. So like my progression, and it's also helped like a few others as well. Has been able to like skyrocket. Like we've progressed like exponentially because we're all just like passing around free game, like you're at the mics, bro. Like we're always just like exchanging notes like, yo, try this tag out, or I'm not sure how I felt about that one, like change these 2 words around, or like whatever. And it's always like constructive criticism. Like you never heard somebody be like, you know what, fuck you, dog, my shit's hilarious. Like we're all there. It's the gym, dog. We're all trying to work out. Yeah. So like that's really like the vibe that I get from like every open mic, and that's why I fuck with it so heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of that tangent, dog.
That was solid. I enjoyed it. I was enthralled. I was like, yeah, man, keep going. This is great. No, yeah, I agree entirely. I definitely need more constructive criticism for sure on my shit. That's like the big thing I think about just making friends who are into comedy, though, is like building those relationships and like feeling comfortable to talk to.
For sure.
Like talk to people about that type of shit. Like I feel like I talk to everyone about this. It's like comedy here is like it just made me feel like I was in high school again.
Right.
Like being a freshman in the comedy universe and fucking like starting out like the new kid, you know?
Yep.
It's like you show up to an open mic for the first time and you're like, this is fucking awkward. Everyone's like chatting with their friends.
Trying to be cool.
You're like that new guy lingering in like in the back, like, hey guys.
Yeah.
And then it's like you get more comfortable and meet more people, and now it's like going to an open mic. It's like I say hi to fucking 30 people that are there.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
Exactly. It's so crazy. Like, I realized like how lucky I was and like how blessed I was to like know so many dope comedians. Like, it was this night at the lounge, and I can't remember like what night it was, or like I believe it was an event, but I can't remember if I stayed or what. I just remember like how I entered the room. And I entered the room and I saw so many familiar faces. Bro, I was shaking people's hands for like 2 whole minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, bro, like I know all these people. And like so many of these people are just like dope ass fucking comedians.
Yeah.
Like some of these people are like doing shows in LA and like have done the Comedy Store and like just all these fucking people that like I get to rub shoulders with. Yeah. You know, and like I take pride in being able to like say that like I've performed on the same stage as like a Rob Maybe, or like that I've like produced a show that like Bill Laskowski was a part of, or like you know, that like I get to work with Mike Enders from time to time. Like me and him text back and forth like talking jokes and shit, and just different shit that like I'm just super appreciative of. You know, like I don't take any of this shit for granted, because like I know firsthand that like it could be taken from you in an instant.
Right.
Like, nobody's too good for anything. You know, like, you gotta be, like, humble and gracious with this shit.
Yeah.
And, like, as confident as I am, I'm also very humble in knowing that, like, I'm definitely not the best comedian in Phoenix, you know, but I do expect to be that one day. And
yeah.
And I do see, like, my own potential, and I do know that, like, as long as I keep grinding, then like I can accomplish my goals. You know, I tell myself this daily. And fucking affirmations, dog. Like, if I'm a big believer in affirmations. If y'all aren't doing affirmations now, definitely do them shits. And if
what do you mean?
Well, affirmations are essentially just like talking to yourself in the mirror, right? And like speaking good things into existence.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. So like
manifesting, dude.
Exactly, manifesting.
Fucking millennial,
bro. But the shit works, dog. Let me tell you. So, like, I got
manifest
booked.
It.
Yeah, I got booked at House of Comedy, dog. I have this vision board of like all the shit that I wanted to do this year.
Fuck yeah.
And there were like 10 shows that like that I was like, all right, I'm going to do these, or like I'm going to be a part of these in some way, some shape, form, or fashion. And like I've already knocked like 3 of them hoes off the list.
That's legit.
Like at least 3. Let me see. There's House of Comedy I wanted to do. Hot Mic I did. My goal wasn't to do Hot Mic. My goal was to do Hot Mic for the first time and kill it, because I had never done it before. And it's like a dope room to do. So I was like, all right, I want to do it and kill it. Otherwise, my goal is like I'm 0 for 0. Like that's it.
Right.
So did Hot Mic, rocked the room. Like I said, House of Comedy, I did that twice. The first time I did it with Mike Enders for the Lovesick podcast, and that was pretty dope because it was myself, John Carden, and Matt Micheletti.
That was just like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that was super dope. That was super dope. Yeah, and I felt like, bro, I was like a little fish in a big fucking pond, bro. Like, fucking Micheletti, who is like somebody else that I look up to. John Carden, of course, somebody else that I look up to. Like I said, the bald white dudes with the beards. I fuck with y'all heavy. But yeah, and then Mike Enders and Ben Anderson, both hilarious. And I'm just like there, just like, oh my gosh, like these guys are so funny, you know. Like I was just like trying to soak it all in, and just super excited that like the comics that I look up to, that like, I mean, of course there's other comics that are gonna look at them and be like, who the fuck are these guys? But like at the point that I'm at right now, you know, like it's nothing but respect. like absolute respect and like adoration for like their comedy and like their brand, because they're fucking hilarious, dog, and like they're doing this shit. You still see Micheletti at mics. Like, as long as he's been doing this shit, you still see him at mics. Yeah. Like, consistently. It's almost odd to not see Matt Micheletti at an open mic. Yeah. You know, so like, you just gotta respect the work ethic and respect like how dope their comedy is. But yeah, I have no idea where this tangent started, and I don't know where it's gonna end. But I mean, we're here, dude.
I don't either.
We're here. It's February 29th.
We smoked a substantial amount of weed before this podcast.
Substantial, bro. And, because it's the last day of Black History Month.
Oh, yeah, dude. Gotta go hard, dude.
And I am the first local black comedian.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you are, dude.
In the month of February.
On February 29th. It won't happen again February for 4 years.
It won't happen again.
You have to. Bro. Okay, we gotta stick to this, man.
Bro, in 4 years I will come back. Don't even ask me, bro. I already
February
said
29th,
yes.
No matter
I already said
what we're doing, where we're living, or whatever's going on.
We're definitely doing it. Bro, I will buy the ticket now to wherever the fuck you're going.
You gotta come back and do a podcast.
Bro, most definitely. Most definitely. It's only right, dog.
Fuck yeah.
Because I'm the first.
That'll be so fucking cool. I'll listen back to this in 4 years to prep for it.
Yes. As you should, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably have by then 3 more black comics on.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. Rightfully so. I feel like I should have a hand in choosing at least one of those black comics.
One a year, I say.
Yeah.
I hit the quota.
There you go.
My last 3 podcasts. But regardless. No, yeah, I definitely respect all the comics who have been in the scene for a long time. It's really weird. Like, I'm getting to the point now where I feel comfortable interacting with those people. Yeah. To be honest, I was definitely very intimidated for a long time. But granted, I didn't hit the ground running in comedy. Like you said, you were hitting 4 to 6 fucking days of mics and shit.
Right.
I started doing 1 a week. Yeah. And only until just this January, I've gone out several nights a week now, every fucking week.
Right.
And done mics. And, it is a big difference doing several mics a week compared to, the 1 mic. But, doing 1 mic a week, I didn't get exposure to comics. I didn't meet a lot of people. Yeah. My comedy didn't get that great. But I was just kind of dipping my toes into comedy.
Right.
For a solid, 4 or 5 months.
Right.
And now I'm hitting 4 to 5 mics consistently a week and trying to fucking improve and get out there and meet more people and get more people on the podcast and stuff. And it is a big difference. A big fucking difference for me was having Mike Turner on the podcast. Right. And I was like, yeah, I've only been doing 1 mic. And he's like, yeah, maybe comedy's not for you. And I was just like, fucking A.
Yeah.
But it was always just one of those things for me that I was like, I got to give it a shot and try to work it into my schedule. Yeah. And I didn't know if it was going to be something that I fell in love with and fucking stuck with forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now I'm hitting the ground running like it should have been from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any wrong way or right way to start. You know what I mean? Some people start out with 1 fucking mic a week.
Right.
Some people start out with 10 fucking mics a week.
Right.
But I feel comfortable now, doing booked shows and having a strong set and interacting with more comics. Right. And I don't feel like the new kid so much anymore. You know what I mean?
Have you done your first 10?
Yeah, I mean I did 12 the other week.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
My first 10, I didn't do bad, but looking back, I don't feel like I did good.
Yeah, it was definitely not my best set ever. For sure. It was a lot of filler shit.
Yeah, yep. I felt like I had 10. I had 10 premises.
Yep.
But I did not have 10 minutes.
I left that set going I have a lot of work to do to come up with a strong 12 minutes of jokes. I feel like right now I have a strong 7 minutes of jokes.
Yeah.
Like, because I did 7 minutes last night.
Yeah.
And I felt like I fucking crushed it.
Yeah.
But getting from 7 minutes to 12 is still a big leap.
Yeah, it is.
I need 5 strong fucking minutes.
Do you remember writing that first 5?
Go with those 7 minutes. You know, it can't be like just this mumbo jumbo fucking bullshit that doesn't work for 12 minutes. I do remember working on my first 5 minutes because I wrote. So when I started deciding to do comedy, I started writing jokes like last February,
right?
Like a year ago. And I was like, I'm going to just write jokes and try to get good at just writing jokes and prepare jokes before I ever do an open mic.
Right.
And then I like worked up the courage to do an open mic by like April, May, and then never did one.
Right.
And I finally did one in July. So I had a full 5 minutes of jokes when I did my first open mic, which I felt great about, but they were fucking pretty terrible. And now I don't do any of those jokes. But yeah, I remember like fucking, I was so fucking jazzed that I had like 5 minutes of jokes that I could actually like do.
Right.
And goddamn, like some of them, the premises I still use a little bit, but the jokes and all the punchlines are just fucking terrible compared to what I do now. And like the transition of 7 months is so substantial. I'm pretty stoked to see where I'm going to be a year from now, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is a pretty insane leap.
You got to talk into your mic, sir.
My bad. My girl was texting me.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it definitely is a pretty insane leap that happens. As far as like whenever you first start, and if you're hitting like that many mics, you start to see your progression just go nuts.
Yeah.
Like, because you're surrounding yourself with comics for multiple hours a day.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking about comedy for a good chunk of the rest of that day.
Yeah.
So it's just comedy nonstop. Your mind's always in comedy mode.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday. I don't fucking know. One of the comics. And I was just saying, like, yo, like, it was Josh Harrison. Sorry, Josh. I love you. Yeah, we were just saying, like, God damn it, I forgot.
No, you're good. You and Josh were saying something.
Yeah.
Something substantial. Something that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. I guess not.
No, you're good.
Shit. Fuck. All that buildup.
Something about going to open mics and shit. You'll get it. It'll come back. But yeah, I definitely
takes off.
I definitely think you can get a lot of value at any mic you do, and it definitely is a substantial difference in doing a lot of mics compared to one a week.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is just, it's not even just the stage time. It's hanging out with comics, like you said, and like being in the environment and talking to people and fucking making connections, and not just the 5 minutes of stage time you get an open mic.
Right. I actually, I was, talking to Jules. This dude, man. I was talking to Jules, after his set, not this past Thursday at Grand Avenue Pizza, but I believe it was the week before. And, he had just finished his set. And I told him, I was like, hey, try this tag and also like dive deeper into being mixed.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's something there. I'm like,
there's a lot there.
Yeah. I was like, you got laughs there, but they were waiting for you to go deeper. Like, you have to like dive into that.
Yeah.
Like, and this is just the advice that I've been given, by people that have been doing it longer than me. That is the only reason I felt comfortable telling him this.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I did it because somebody told me to do it, and it worked for me. So I'm just telling you because it might work for you.
Yeah.
But so I tell him this. I'm like, yeah, dive deeper into like the whole mix thing, right? And he's like, all right, bro, thank you, I appreciate that. I was like, yeah, for sure, no problem at all. So this past Thursday, we're back at Grand Avenue Pizza. And I can't remember if he went up after me or before me. But I remember near the tail end of his set, I would say like the last like 2.5 to 3 minutes, he was like, he said something about like not being black enough. And then he goes, my nigga. And I was like, whoa. Like, what? Dude, I was not ready. I was not ready at all. Because Jules is very racially ambiguous, bro. Like, my nigga could be Greek.
He looks Greek. That seems very valid.
Yeah.
I grew up with a Greek guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very
like
similar.
He could be Greek. And I'm just like, dude, like, who gave you the fucking nerve? But I mean, like, he's black, kind of, sort of, like a little, I guess. Bro, I'm just saying, like, my whole thing is this.
He's going to hate you after this podcast.
Yeah, I'm roasting the fuck out of you, like, after this, Jules, because, like, y'all, nah, I want all the smoke.
You guys are going to have to come back and do a
podcast
together.
He does not want to smoke with me, dog. I've been doing this roast shit before comedy, dog. Like, I grew up with 4 brothers. I've had to roast.
I also grew up with 2 brothers.
All my life. Grinding all my life. I'm telling you, man.
I don't know where you're going with that. Oh, you just weren't ready for his joke.
Yeah, bro. It just caught me off guard. It really did. But, like, and I mean, it's all in jokes. Like, it's all in love. I fuck with Jules heavy. But, like, I just wasn't expecting it. I was like, whoa, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And
see, I know I was there. I know exactly what you mean, and I could tell it was one of his first times. I feel so bad talking about his jokes. It was one of his first times saying that on stage, I think.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was a little awkward about it. Yeah. But it's one of those things, in my opinion, he has to tell that joke 50 more times. And he's gonna crush it, honestly. When he gets it, when he sells that punch in the middle of that joke, like it's gonna crush some people.
He's really he's gotta own that shit though.
Yeah,
like he's gotta fucking own it, bro. Like you can't like falter on shit like that.
And the only reason I say that is because I have done very similar jokes that I have felt very uncomfortable saying. Right. And I know I felt uncomfortable on stage saying it.
Right.
And it's not going to be funny. It's only going to be offensive.
Yeah.
Until I get comfortable saying it as a fucking joke and like selling it with my facial expressions and also my energy on stage.
Yep.
Because when you clam up and when you have a joke that you're like, this is gonna like be a little awkward, and you like tense up and kind of clam up saying it, it doesn't sell it the same way as like when you're like just up there smiling and like having a good time. You know what I mean?
It's like I have a punchline that I fuck around with where the punchline is fuck niggas with a hard R.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I drop the hard R, and I say it, like, loud as fuck, and I say it in, like, this country-ass Alabama accent.
Yep. No, I know exactly what joke you're talking about.
Yeah. So, like, and that's a risky fucking joke, dude.
Yeah.
It's risky as fuck. But then it's, like, like, that's where, like, the comedic aspect comes in. It's, like, that's what we play off of. Like I did that joke at House of Comedy, bro, for the Love Sick podcast. Yes,
and it did good?
Bro, it fucking popped because like,
see, isn't it great when you can do that with an actual audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was cool because like I did it and it was like I can tell I got like nervous laughs and that's exactly what I wanted. And I was like, fuck yes, I got them right where I want them.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, that kind of took the air out of the room, huh?
Yeah.
And then like a couple people giggled and I'm like, is it because I made this person sound like they were from Alabama, or is it because I dropped the hard R? Except like I switched it, of course. Like it was actually funny, and then like they started cracking up laughing. But like just like taking advantage of like knowing that they felt uncomfortable laughing at that joke. Like I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
Because I get away with so many different like jokes that like some people don't know how to sell because they don't go the extra step to like finish the joke.
Right.
You know?
I like taking those risks.
Yeah.
I think it's fun, yeah.
And like
it's fun getting that awkward laugh and coming back from it. Kind of like what we were saying, like digging your hole a little bit and coming back from it. It's bouncing like you lose people a little bit and then they're like,
they bounce right back. And I even said like in House of Comedy, I was like, damn. I took the air out of the room. That was a risky joke to tell in here, huh?
Yeah.
and it was like, they were like, yeah, it fucking was. Like, no shit, you know? But it was just super dope. And I've done that at like 2 different shows. And like, it works every fucking time. Because they're like, yeah, it was a risky fucking joke. But like, applaud to you for your balls on telling it, you know?
Hey, I did a slavery joke right in front of you hosting the show.
So. Hosting the fucking show. Hosting the show. I'm like, this piece of shit, if reparations ever go through.
Yeah, and I didn't feel comfortable saying that joke very well, but I'm definitely going to say it again several times.
As you should, bro. Fucking perfect.
Because I think there's some funny elements there for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I got a solid laugh in the middle of that joke.
Yeah.
When I pointed out when I was like, my ancestors didn't own slaves. And I was like, if you have a problem with slavery, take it up with Bubba's ancestors. I got some solid laughs when I said that. So I felt a little more comfortable saying it. And but those are the jokes I like because they're risky in the very sense of the joke.
Right.
But if you can hit it with the right joke and the right punchline and the right timing,
right,
it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And those are the jokes that I appreciate from professional comics that I watch on Netflix and shit.
Right.
I like those like Tom Segura jokes of like, we need to build a wall around Louisiana because those people aren't Americans.
Right.
You know, because Cajun people, you know, don't deserve to be in this country anymore and shit like that. I don't know if you've seen that joke.
I haven't.
But it's just like he pissed off the whole state of Louisiana.
I bet he did.
And and then he went and he scheduled 3 shows in Louisiana like 6 months after that. And just shit like that, like just the super risky, like Dave Chappelle getting on stage and doing tranny jokes.
Yeah.
And outraging the whole community and then doing another stand-up special and he starts it with tranny jokes. Like, you know what I mean? Just shit like that.
Dude, Dave is honestly the greatest.
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, like, absolutely. I mean, he's fucking Dave, dude. Like,
yeah,
he's Dave, and it's not even like, I don't even know that it's close.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. For random tangent, how was did you go to the Deion Cole show last night?
No, I didn't.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, we were supposed to go last night, but one of the comics is supposed to be able to get us in for free, so we may end up going tonight. He has 2 shows tonight.
Where's he? Yeah, where's he at?
I'm not gonna plug that show, but because by the time no,
you're good.
Fucking Stand Up Live. Yeah, for sure. Deion Cole. Yeah, trying to go see him. And wait.
It says tonight sold out.
Sunday shows.
Sunday shows available, but we're going to Sundays. It's tight.
Oh yeah, fuck. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
my girl ain't mad. Nah, them tickets were like $75.
So Dion Cole scheduled because the Bro Show was supposed to be
at Stand Up Live
tomorrow. So Dion Cole bumped them.
Yeah.
Because now they're after Sundays Are Tight at Tempe Improv.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
So Dion Cole bumped them, dude.
My girl's supposed to go to both, bro. Like, could you sit through 4 hours of stand up?
Wait, it's 4 hours?
Bro.
How long do the Sundays Are Tight people get?
2 hours.
How long does each comic get?
2 hours.
No, but Sundays Are Tight. How long do the comics get?
Well, Sundays Are Tight. I think Micheletti might be doing 30.
Oh, no shit. No, you're good, dude. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I absolutely 1,000% could not sit through both shows, and it's a 2-drink minimum for both shows, so you have to buy 4 drinks.
Yeah.
And that means I got to Uber home,
purse, bro. Yeah.
It means I got to Uber home.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna do that.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm gonna feel a little bbad leaving after Sundays Are Tight, not staying for Bro Show, but at the same time, I'm like, I didn't sign up for that, so.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my whole thing is I've been wanting to go to Sundays Are Tight, and I also wanted to, support the Bro Show in like whatever way I could.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have mind going, but it's definitely a show that my girl would have enjoyed more.
The Bro Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's like their target audience.
It's definitely for females.
Yeah, I don't
think
know
it's
that
great.
like
I'm not trying to shit on it. I think people should go
not
to
at all.
Show.
I mean, it's a fucking it's a great show from what I've seen from it.
Dana and Courtney
definitely
have a great
shout out to
there.
Dana and Courtney. Dana, I love you. Courtney, I don't think we've officially met, but you're great people if you're cool with Dana. So shout out to you guys and shout out to the Bro Show. By the time this comes out, the Bro Show will be over.
Oh, way over.
I wish them nothing but success in their show. But yeah, like I said, I just don't think that like I'm their target demographic. Which is, completely okay with me.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Because whenever I do my shows, I definitely have a target demographic.
Everyone does, right?
So yeah, it's just like they're attracting who they want, who they want to attract, and who they are attracting. And I think that's like super dope for them, and it worked out actually between me and my girl because like the Bro Show was at the same time as Sundays Are Tight. And then I could just go to Sundays Are Tight. She can go to the Bro Show, and then like it would just be cool. We just meet back up at home. And then Bro Show ended up getting moved to Tempe Improv, and then getting moved to that 9 o'clock slot. And I'm like, ugh, dude, that's a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
That is a lot to sit through.
Pretty late on a Sunday.
It is. It is pretty late on a Sunday. I really hope they get a good turnout. Like I really hope because
I hope so too.
It's so close to the to the date that a venue switch. But I'm not even gonna put that energy into the air. It's gonna be a great show, and I really hope that all the comics enjoy themselves and that everyone that gets a chance to go enjoys themselves as well. Because it's a very unique concept.
It is a dope concept. Yeah. Yeah, the Sundays Are Tight is a pretty dope concept too. I was just talking to Bub about it because he's on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really cool, and that's something that that's like a goal of mine, right?
For sure.
I want to impress Bubba and Mike enough to get invited to do a show like that.
For
you know, and I think Phoenix needs more shows like that are scheduled out. Can sell tickets, can give away free tickets, whatever, get people in the door, but to help showcase talent in the area.
Yep.
And it's dope that they're doing that. I think it's sick that, it's every 3 months. I wish it was like every 2 months or every fucking month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it could grow into that.
It could.
It could do well enough.
The demand could grow. Like there's definitely a demand for it now as far as like the comics go.
Yeah. And I think it'd be cool if someone started up another show here similar to This Week Sucks Tonight.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that had a cool following in town, and like there's that void now because that show's not running weekly.
For sure.
And that was like a big goal for comics to get on that show specifically, you know, like I want to get on This Week Sucks Tonight.
We fuck around and do a show called Wednesdays Are Dope.
Yeah, Wednesdays Are Dope.
Yeah, with Bubba McComb, fucking Bubba McComb and DeVonte Easby co-hosting.
Hey, there
Wednesdays
you go.
Are Dope, bro. Fuck yeah, it's stand up live.
Wednesdays Are Dope.
Hell yeah, bro. Tell me that shit wouldn't be fire, dog.
It would be.
Yeah, just like commentating while like fucking open micers are doing their stand up.
Yeah, I think those type of shows are really taking off. I mean, Kill Tony.
Yeah,
is the biggest show like that format
for sure.
But like Kill Tony, you get a minute.
Yeah,
and then they kind of like talk to you on stage for 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, it's grown, like it's so big now, and I've never seen it, but I've heard so much about it.
Yeah,
but it's like it's so big now to where it's like, I mean, do you really want more than 1 minute of these open micers?
Right, but it'd be dope to see people do 5 minutes.
Right,
and maybe not, or have a couple booked people in the middle of the show doing 5 or 7 minutes or whatever in between the snippets of open micers.
Yeah, they'd have to be like guaranteed killers though.
Yeah, because I think that like roasting format is funny.
Yeah,
but it's not always for everyone. You know, like everyone doesn't want to sign up for watching comics go up and do 1 minute and then get roasted for 5 fucking minutes by comics. Like
facts.
It's not.
It's because of awkward transition, bro.
Yeah, it's not always the most comfortable thing to watch. Like some of the Kill Tonys are really uncomfortable.
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Like producing a roast show has like shown me that like.
Dude, keep talking. I got to pee so bad.
For sure.
This is a theme in my podcast. I always have to pee.
Oh yeah, do your thing, bro. Yeah, we'll just dive right into like some behind the scenes work as far as Nacho Mamas goes. Yeah, bro. Well, like producing roast shows is like different than producing regular shows because the formatting is different. For example, in February 19th, the last show that we actually had the headliner go first. And then we had a skit. We had 2 more comics go, and then we had the roast. And from bit to bit, you could feel the energy shift in the room. And as a show producer, you really have to be attentive to those things, especially if you're planning on producing shows in the future. So that way, these aren't problems that you encounter consistently. You know, you're not having to worry about how a roast after someone's set is going to perform if you've done it before and you know that it works, or whatever format works for you will, you know, essentially work for your show. And yeah, now we have Jeremy back. So, you know, I just gave a quick breakdown as far as like formatting goes to like producing shows and things like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really simple. It's really just about paying attention and just being present, you know, as far as your comedians go, because essentially they are your employees. You know, they are your contracted employees, and you have to make sure that these people are being taken care of and that they have the necessities that they need. Well, that they have whatever they need to perform their job successfully and at a high level. That's what you want from your show to really build on your brand and build on what could become a fan base. It's very crucial to be present in all of what you do, you know, that involves other people. You know, you just want to be like in that moment and focused like in whatever's going on and whatever's happening, you know, like such as this. I'm trying to like avoid my phone.
Yeah, right.
For one reason, because like I'm obviously a retard and can't reach my shit. I mean, sorry guys if shit now fuck dude, fuck 2020, bro.
Why? What happened in 2020?
Bro, 2020 is just like, we're so fucking woke. Like it's such is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when being woke was a good thing.
Oh yeah, now it's like just it's like stop
it just means you're a fucking dickhead.
You're annoying.
That's all it means.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, you guys are just fucking annoying now.
Yeah.
Like, go home, fucking jerk your dick, flick your bean. Like, get a nut off, bro. Like, please yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously some pent-up aggression there.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's something that people really need to reevaluate about themselves. Is how much they're masturbating. Like, just really think. Bro, there's so many gems on this podcast. I can't wait to listen to this shit back, bro.
Yeah, that's a solid bit right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep.
But, like, just really think about, like, how much you're masturbating and, like, how much better your life would be if you just were, like, getting rid of some of these fucking kids, bro. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, get the demons out.
Bro, do you see how everything is just coming full circle? This shit is wild, ain't it?
It's a full moon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing that's happening here.
We got to order some food because I'm so hungry.
Oh, dude. That sounds like, yeah.
We gotta get some food.
You're like heaven sent right now, bro.
Yeah, we need to get some wings.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
but like I'm on like this whole vegan thing right now. Like, I'm trying not to eat meat.
Kind of on a diet too. It's a real problem.
I mean, I'm definitely down for fries from Wingstop though. Like, if that's where you were going, definitely cool with fries.
That's so.
But no, like real shit, bro. Yeah, that definitely sounds like the wave.
I don't know how to eat vegan. It's
such a complicated process,
sounds
bro.
Like a nightmare, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to fuck with that at all.
Bro, all I do is just avoid cheese and meat. Like, that's it.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that's all I do. I'm not out here like cooking extravagant ass cauliflower tacos and shit.
Oh my god, dude. Some people go crazy that like pizza and like the made up ice cream and like I don't know, the weird stuff, dude. People are doing weird stuff. Food these days. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I just want a burger. Fucking A. In and out. I'm so hungry. Now all I can think about is food. Like,
Oh, shit.
What a random tangent. We went from doing a show to fuck 2020 to food.
Yeah, dude.
Solid transition.
Yeah, dude. But no, seriously, bro. Like, fuck 2020.
Fuck 20. I like 2020 so far.
It's fucking hard out here. I mean, 2020 is dope so far.
I mean, we've gotten... it's been a crazy year already. It's, Trump got acquitted, and then we got, coronavirus everywhere. Kobe died. Mormons legalized polygamy.
Dude, Kobe dying was like, whoa.
That's the biggest news story of the year. It's got to be. I mean, what else is going to happen this year that was that big?
I don't think there could be anything. Dude, LA has lost so much over the past few years.
Yeah. Kobe dying was crazy, man. It was like a genuinely one of those things where it kind of fucked me up for a couple of days where I was just like, Jesus, man. And like, he's 41.
Yeah.
He was 41. Like, it's just wild to think. Like, it just makes me think about shit like my dad's still around and he's, 64.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, exactly.
Like my mom's, 60 or whatever the fuck.
Scary thoughts, though.
It's just, yeah.
You just never know.
It's like, it's wild to think about, like, all the people who live longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, fuck, man, they could have been gone any fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just wild.
Yeah, you just never really know.
Put shit into perspective, for sure.
That's why, like, I've ended my first 2 shows. The last thing I tell the audience is tell someone you love them tonight. I thank everybody for coming out and, tell them, how you can find most of these comedians on social media or whatever and, like, upcoming shows, all that good shit. But I'll just be like, thank you guys again. Have a good night and make sure you tell someone you love them tonight. And then I'll, hang up the mic and
that's a cool way to end the show.
Yeah, bro, because, I just really feel like people should just express that, like, just give people their flowers while they're here.
Yeah.
Like, you'll hear me tell comics, like, as I'm leaving different venues, like, all right, bro, see you later, love you, man. Because, like, it's real shit. Like, I got mad love for, like, a lot of these comics because I spend so much time with them, and we see each other so often, and, like, we it's personal shit that like we're sharing on stage, and like we're sharing so much of ourselves without like consciously doing it, that it just brings us together, you know, in just like ways that we didn't really think about. You know, we're not consciously like looking for love in the Phoenix comedy scene. But yeah, it just grows into that. Just like you just get a group of homies, and that's just what it is. So yeah, I just want people to be able to express that like to their loved ones, like especially for the ones that people that for the people that have issues, like telling people that they love them. You know, just like that reminder that like it sits in their head that maybe they'll want to, or like they'll write it down or whatever the fuck. And then just like, you know, make it known, or just like do something a little extra special. Whatever the fuck makes their loved one feel loved is cool with me, dog. As long as you tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Tell yourself.
It's definitely the type of thing that puts that into perspective of like not waiting to like have conversations. Putting ideas out there or working towards shit. Like that's the type of shit I think about, like as I get older, especially. Like now that I'm almost 30, you know, I got a year and a half until I'm 30.
Facts.
It's just like I think about like where I want to be in the future, what type of shit I want to do. Like I need to stop wasting time not doing comedy. I need to stop wasting time not doing podcasts. Like I need to put more of my efforts forward to like build a future for myself that I want. You know what I mean?
Word.
And it's like shit like that like it's like tragic, and like Kobe dying is tragic, but it's like you can learn something from it.
Exactly.
In that sense, you know?
Exactly.
It's like don't let it be for nothing.
Bro, it has only motivated me more. Like last year, last year, Nipsey Hussle passed, and I wasn't like a fan of his for like super long, but like whenever I found out about him and like what he did for the community, which was I like probably shortly before Victory Lap dropped, then like I started listening to like all his other shit, and I sound like everybody else that's like a Nip fan. But yeah, like I mean that shit, like it shocked the world, like whenever he died. Cause we were like, damn, dog. Cause we've seen so many black men die, and there's always an excuse. But like Nip was one of the good ones. So it was like he was like somebody that had done wrong in his past, but was like doing shit right now. Like he owned a business. He was making music. He was with his girl. He had a couple of kids. They had a crib together, like a couple of cars. Like he was doing what we call the American dream. And he was doing it the legitimate way. And he was killed. So it was like a feeling of not only like killing like a black icon, but also like it was like, damn, dog, what do we have to do? Like, what do we have to do to just like survive? You know? So
it's like right when you build yourself up, you get knocked back down.
Exactly. So it was like, damn, dog. And I just like, I struggled with that for a minute. Like, I won't even lie, bro. Like whenever I got like the text that it happened, like they sent it in the group chat or whatever, I had to pull over into a QT and I started bawling, dog. Cause I was like, damn, like, is this like, people were saying like, is this like what it feels like when Pac died? Like, what is it like that big? Like it feels that big. Cause like everything stopped. Like the world did not move for like at least 5 minutes. While we were all just like, we were all just scrambling to find out what the fuck was going on.
I imagine when Tupac died, it was pretty.
It's
pretty wild back then. I imagine.
Because it was just like no fucking way. And they didn't have the benefit of social media.
It wasn't. It was very much like you got a phone call back then. And someone was like, hey, man.
Stop playing. Yeah.
He died.
Okay,
like,
stop lying. Yeah. Who'd you hear it from?
Then 4 days later, it's on the news.
Exactly.
Or that night or whatever. Yeah.
And by that time, everybody in the neighborhoods heard about it.
You got 5 fucking phone calls about it. Yeah.
Yep. And dog, it's just crazy. It was just crazy as fuck.
Yeah. The whole Kobe thing was like.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like. Too. I mean, like, I texted my brother. Like, I remember, like, it's going to be one of those things. It's like 9/11. It's like, what were you doing when Kobe died?
Yeah.
Like, I was driving with my girlfriend, and we were going to get food in like Scottsdale, and I read it on my phone because I get like news updates from like Bleacher Report and all sorts of shit, and I got it from like 4 different things, like Kobe Bryant just passed away in like a helicopter crash, and like I was driving and I was just like, Jesus, and I like told my girlfriend, and she didn't really, care because it wasn't like a big deal to her,
right?
But she could tell, like, I was like fucked up from it. I was like, this is, I was like, this is wild. Like, it's like it's part of my childhood died.
Yeah,
it's like when Robin Williams died.
Yeah,
or anyone like that. It's just like, holy shit, like.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Like, definitely, like.
But it's different when they're younger. Like Kobe Bryant was 41. Robin Williams killed himself when he was in his 60s.
Yeah,
it's different. It's just different when it's 41 with kids.
You're
like
so close.
Yeah.
So close, because.
And I remember watching him as a little kid, like him and Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
It's like growing up with him and Shaq on TV all the time. And it's like, it's just crazy. Like that part, it's like that chapter of your life is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sad feeling, dude.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because it's like, it really is like you watched a part of your childhood die.
Yeah.
Like in front of you. It happened in front of all of us. We watched a part of our childhood die. And it was shocking, dude, because it happened so soon. And like we all grew up with Kobe.
Yeah.
Like Kobe grew up in front of our eyes.
Yeah, he's our generation's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we watched Kobe put up 81 points.
Yeah.
On Jalen Rose. And to this day, like to this fucking day, Jalen Rose like still has to live it down. Like I'm the guy that was guarding Kobe whenever he dropped 81. Like that's, I'm sorry to say it, but like you look like the biggest sucker ever. Like only the dude that was guarding Wilt whenever he dropped 100
fucking
looks like a bigger sucker, and like nobody even knows his name because like he got 100 dropped on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kobe Bryant was, substantial for me growing up because, we're right next to California and they shit on the Suns every fucking year.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
So.
Rightfully so.
Like, growing up, people in Arizona hated Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Because he was so good and he just destroyed us.
Yeah.
But it's one of those people that it's like growing up watching Tom Brady play football.
Right.
Like, I'm not a Patriots fan, but I'm definitely a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
20 years from now, I'll be like watching him being an analyst on TV and telling my kids like, fucking watch that guy throw touchdowns in 6 fucking Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, you might not fucking be a fan of him, but you definitely respect the hell out of him.
Bro, it's so dope that we have like these sports icons that like we got to watch growing up.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I really loved watching Derek Jeter. He was my favorite player in baseball until Albert Pujols came around.
Okay.
And then he became my favorite. Shout out to the Cardinals whenever he spent his time there.
God damn it, Cardinals got goalie, dude.
Yeah. I will always remember Albert as a Card, regardless of where he retires or retired. I can't remember if he is already gone. But anyways, we just had like these dope icons to look up to, like Kobe, Derek Jeter, fucking even like the Williams sisters, bro, like Serena and Venus growing up was like super dope to see them just fucking dominate, bro. They were winning everything.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, bro. Tiger Woods is another one, bro. Like, it's so dope to be able to like see that. It's like, but there's definitely a duality to it as far as like being black growing up goes. And like a lot of I'm not calling out the white people for like the white people that get easily offended and have miraculously made it this far in this podcast.
Don't worry, DeVonte will never be back. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, yeah, like this is something that like white people have issues understanding is like the lack of representation can be very substantial in like a child's development, right? Like if you have a kid that like sits in front of the TV all day and like watches TV and all he sees is like white doctors, white lawyers, white presidents, you know, like white real estate agents, like all of these successful people are white and the only people that work for them are black, then it's like, oh, okay, I must be the one that's supposed to work for the successful guy. I'm not the successful one. That's what I'm shooting for, right? That type of, like, people call me crazy for believing that, but then, like, your kid grows up to wait tables. Like,
right.
Like, there had to be, like, some type of fucking...
It like all goes back into like the psychology of things.
Exactly. Yeah. It's definitely psychology.
You get it ingrained like, in your head at an early age.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you see like I saw Black Panther in theaters the day it dropped. Like the first showing I could see it at, I bought that motherfucker. As soon as the goddamn pre-order dropped, I had my phone fucking ready. Yeah. 5 minutes before that bitch started, I was on the screen ready to refresh.
Yeah.
Like the last minute, bro, at 6:59, I was refreshing. Like, bro, it was absolutely ridiculous. But I got my ticket, right? And like I'm watching it and I'm watching like, and I mean, it's all fantasy. Like, it's all bullshit at the end of the day. And, like, people say, yeah, a white man wrote it. Okay, maybe so. He definitely played a part. But at the end of the day, like, it comes down to a black man, a dark-skinned black man from the motherland, Africa, and being this powerful figure without needing any type of white savior.
Yeah.
Because a lot of black superhero movies have had like a white sidekick or needed like maybe like a white villain or like a white guy definitely played a crucial role.
That's fair. That's interesting, yeah. But Black Panther's just... I mean, there's like one white guy in the whole movie.
Black. Yeah.
And it was the first superhero movie to ever be like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly. And like they had like the one white guy in there. And I mean, he definitely played his part, but I wouldn't go as far as to call him a white savior because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing without the black woman telling him what to do. And that's how the fuck it should be. We should have black women telling these white men what the fuck to do. All right? Maybe Donald Trump needs a black woman in his office. Maybe that's why he keeps fucking up. Maybe we just need Rashida from the hood to come in and just set some fucking order. Like just set some shit in place to like just like mellow this nigga the fuck out. Like, bro, like just THC his fucking morning coffee, bro. Like, cause I know he's drinking coffee while he's taking a shit and letting them tweets off in the morning.
Yeah.
Like he has to be. And somebody's got to drop like some THC in that bitch.
That is the crazy thing about like the society we have now, though, in the world we're like building, how like mixed it is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like statistically, they say like white people will be a minority in the United States by like 2060.
Yeah.
But they also say that most ethnicities will be minorities by the end of this century.
Yeah.
Because most kids growing up now are mixed race.
Yeah.
So, like, it's weird that, like, we're almost the last society in civilization, in human population,
with
what we call now of racial divides. Because in the future, it's going to be mostly mixed race people.
Bro, it's
from very different backgrounds. I mean, even when I have kids with Sam, they'll be mixed race. Like,
right.
She's half Mexican. Like, they won't be, fully half Mexican, half white.
Right.
But she's, half Mexican, half white.
Right.
So, it's like even my kids will be mixed race in that sense.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot of like in the black culture you'll see like a lot of like stay in the date within your race. Like date within your race. And I mean,
isn't it weird that that's a thing? Like that's a thing for everyone. I mean, it's super racist when white people say it, but when black people say it, it's not.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's a thing. But that's common in every race. Asian people are very adamant that Asian people date Asian people.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And they drill it into them from like day one, bro. Like, they're like trained racists.
Yeah, and I'm not saying all Asian people, but in a lot of Asian cultures, it's just a very common thing. You date Asian people.
Yeah, I had an Asian dad love me until he found out I was trying to date his daughter.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Nah, that shit ain't happening."
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Whatever you're gonna say.
Bro, I don't even remember.
You were saying dating within your race, like in the black culture.
Oh yeah,
black
it's
community.
Like to some it's like frowned upon.
Yeah,
like frowned upon like heavily, like I'm committing like a cardinal sin. Especially like older people. They'll look at me like, how could you do this?
Right.
Because like they had to live through like getting hosed and like getting like eggs thrown at the bus whenever they're on there and like getting their ass beaten in restrooms and not being able to do anything about it and just like getting spit at and kicked on and like all this other shit that they had to deal with. And I'm like, fuck, dog. Like, like there's a divide. There's like a duality within myself. Of like, I get it. And then it's like, but she ain't do all that.
Right.
So, it's just like.
And it's like, you're not going to date her because she's white. Like,
Right.
That's not how you grew up.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. As far as that goes, like the whole like dating inside or outside my race, it's just like whatever I'm into, like whatever fits best is what I gravitate towards. Like I tend to date funny women. And like my girl now is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I'm always laughing when I'm with her. Like she's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I really wish she'd get back on the stage. I hope this gets enough views so I can tell her like there's this many thousand people fucking trying to get you back on that stage. I don't know.
She sounds like she wants to. The other night at the open mic, it sounds like she wanted to do some jokes.
Yeah, it's just like it's the typical comedian thing of like being afraid of like not being liked.
Yeah.
It's like
you gotta have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like it was just like one night that really just kind of like deviated the course. Like she was on an okay path and the train just kind of shook a little.
Oh, really?
And then like there was one whole day where just like everything comedy related just did not go right. So then after that it just left a really sour taste in her mouth, and I don't even blame her for it because I've had days where I'm like, dude, fuck comedy. Like I can't believe I'm still trying to do this shit,
Yep.
But like at the same time I love it, and it's really like it's a relationship.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes this bitch punches back, but like
yeah, totally.
It's like you just gotta like roll with the punches and just keep it going. So
Yeah.
I think whenever she does get back on the stage, then like hopefully she'll be able to like shake that for good.
Yeah.
And just like be like, okay, you know what? I can find like that balance of this is where I'm supposed to be, and like I can definitely do better in these areas, but I'm not gonna let it I'm not gonna let it knock me off the horse again.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got it in her, so
Well, hopefully she gets back at it.
for sure, dude. For sure,
Yeah.
I'd love for everybody to see her.
Everyone's got to find their own way, though, their own timing.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And what can you do?
Keep encouraging, dude.
To jump back to the topic, I was gonna say on the whole people now wanting you to date outside your race shit, since it is Black History Month after all. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. Like, people forget that there's still people alive today who grew up, when segregation was still a thing.
Right.
Like, there was still white and black water fountains and bathrooms. It wasn't that long ago that it ended. 60 years, I think.
Yeah.
And
not very long at all.
Yeah. And it's like people grew up in that time period.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can't always expect everyone to change their opinions that fast and like the way they experience life that fast. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
We're in this like hyper liberal sense of like society now where it's like, hey, you're not allowed to say that word anymore.
Right.
Like, we don't say that. And it's like, but people have been saying that for 60 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect everyone to instantly change overnight, It's like you're saying, it's like people look down at you. It's like, but there's older people who will never not feel that way because of the life that they lived,
Exactly.
It'll only change over 50 more fucking years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like crazy to think about that, but it's like we're not that far away from women not being able to vote.
Right.
Right. Like, it's not that long ago that we were chemically castrating gay people.
Yeah. That's
like,
facts.
People used to get thrown in prison for being gay.
Yeah.
60 years ago, 70 years ago. It's not that long ago.
Dude, not at all.
So that's like when people are like, why is gay pride or why, Black Lives Matter or whatever such a big thing? It's like, because it's not that long ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
Shit is recent. My parents lived through that shit.
Right.
My mom fucking desegregated her middle school.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's like, for me, it's one of those things that it's like, I would be fascinated to hear what that was like.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like, it's not going to be long that people don't have those stories to tell anymore.
Right.
That
was like 40 years ago. Like, that was not that long ago, really. Only like 10 years before I was born. 10, 15 years before I was born, yeah.
Segregated schools ended, says in 1954. But I know it took like a long time for it to all roll out.
Yeah.
The segregation of facilities didn't end until, I think this says 1964. Like, that's Wikipedia, not that long ago. Hey, Wikipedia is factual.
Factual-ish.
Heart of Atlanta versus United States, 1964. Yeah, I was going to say it was in the 60s. But yeah, it's like, it's not that long ago.
Yeah, not at all.
Like, there's a lot of people who grew up experiencing a lot of that shit.
Yeah. Facts, bro. Do you believe in like secret societies and shit like that?
Oh yeah, like the Illuminati and the New World Order and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know about the Illuminati. I don't know if I believe in them.
Bohemian Grove.
Bullshit. But like, I think about like the Freemasons and like how deep they run.
Yeah.
And like fucking
the Masonic Temple.
Yeah.
I just believe in like the Illuminati and shit just purely because Alex Jones snuck into Bohemian Grove and filmed it. I mean, have you ever like seen that or like watched that documentary or anything? Like, he actually filmed like elite people in this weird forest where they're known to go. Like, people in the town don't talk about it. Like, it's this whole fascinating thing. And he filmed them. They're in front of a big owl god, a stone statue with a fire. They're doing like a ritual in hooded robes and shit. And like he snuck in and filmed the whole thing. And to me, that's just like, for one, it's like, it's wild that shit like that happens. And like no one talks about it. Right. And we don't know about it. Like, right. I think if things can happen, like the Catholic Church covers up abuse of kids for decades and centuries.
Right.
Why is it weird to think that like the world's elite are meeting and like plotting things, or like right. why there's like secret societies of like generations of Masons or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's like, in my opinion, it's all possible. And the world was a lot different in the 1800s and the early 1900s. Like, it wasn't all technology based and shit.
Right.
Like, why is it weird to think that, like, back in the day, some rich guy or world leader invited a bunch of other world leaders and was like, hey, we're going to make, like, this fucking cult of world leaders.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't.
It just really makes sense.
It wasn't listening devices back then. They weren't worried about people catching them. Like, they went to the middle of the forest and had, like, this secret meeting. Like, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that far-fetched.
Not
if you
at
think
all.
about shit. But where were you going to go with secret societies? I went on like a tangent. I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Listen to this.
Nah, dude. I don't. Fuck, dude. I don't even know. Oh, shit. I think I was just asking.
I don't know, dude. It's just wondering.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's fucking wondering, bro. Just wondering.
White people be crazy.
Yeah, dude. Fucking going on 10-minute tangents and shit.
That's my specialty, dude. Especially during a podcast. Fucking Darrell was on. Darrell Hearns.
Shit, yeah.
And he was just like talking about his mics that he runs and shit.
Yeah.
And he mentioned where like Bill and Ted got filmed with Keanu Reeves. And I just totally interrupted him and went on like a 5-minute Keanu Reeves rant. It's like, Keanu Reeves is the fucking best, man, and here's why.
Fucking asshole.
And he was like, okay, but anyways, my mics at Urban Beans are on Saturday. Like, I was like, oh, my bad. So fucking funny.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, I'll fuck with secret societies though, for sure.
Shout out to Darrell Hearns, bro, for hosting all these goddamn mics, dude.
For real, huh?
He's creating opportunity out here.
Yeah, he is.
Shit is wild, bro.
He's got one today. It's just started 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, he does, huh?
Yep.
Fuck, bro. I've been wanting to hit that bitch.
I know, me too. Saturday's a tough one, man. It's like my off day. Have fun. Go outside.
Bro, I really gotta like switch up my vernacular because like terms like hit that bitch really do not go over well in like in certain venues and at like certain audiences.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because like
it's the same as when people are on stage and they're like, I'm gonna get off on this one.
Yeah.
It's like, stop saying that.
Yeah, bro, I'm so guilty of like them like bullshit ass comedy sayings that people say.
Yeah.
Like that's new shit, or like I'm gonna try some new shit, or like all right, I'll get off on this one. Yeah. Or fucking that was funny. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I hope like nobody takes this as shade, because like I do that shit too. Like this is not shade by any means.
I think it's natural, honestly.
Yes, bro, it is, and it's like a habit that you have to break. Like I just barely. We got a laptop last night, and fucking like I was able to like type out so many of my jokes, and like I was just watching some of my videos and just like looking at it like, fuck, bro, I say this shit way too much.
Yeah.
So I like typed in, stop saying that shit.
Yeah.
You know, like as I'm looking back at my notes, I look and I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to stop saying that shit.
Right.
So yeah, it's worked out so far.
Yeah. It's always good to keep those fucking recordings and shit.
Yeah.
I need to start videoing myself more.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I just do with audio. I just record all the audio on my phone.
Uh-huh.
But video is really nice to have. Especially to, like, watch your mannerisms and shit.
Uh-huh.
And, like, see what your energy was like.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's a bunch of different, like, tidbits and fucking notes and shit you can take as far as like, you know, watching your videos. But yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
This is a solid podcast, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're at 2.5 hours,
bro. We were in this bitch strong,
crushed
bro.
it.
Yeah. I don't think we had much like just open space. Like just that pause right there probably was like the longest open space that we had.
Felt like a solid natural conclusion.
Yeah, it did, bro.
Felt like, it
was solid for sure.
Solid.
We definitely had a moment where we could have wrapped it up though. There was one moment, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But it was probably like an hour 45. And I was like, yeah, this is a solid time to close.
We got
like,
more
you know
steam,
what, bro?
though.
Yeah, we definitely, we can keep this train moving.
Yeah.
But at this point, I definitely feel like the charcoal's out, bro.
Man. Yeah, plug your social media and shit. And
oh, yeah, for sure.
We can smoke some more weed and get some food.
Yeah,
I'm fucking
definitely,
hungry,
bro.
dude.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, I mean, you guys can find me on YouTube, actually. I think I'm getting ready to change my, like, YouTube social name to Join My Cult, Please. And it'll be join... It's a running joke that I have with like certain people. Just a quick tidbit about that is I feel like the Facebook likes, like whenever someone is like Maria Smith sent you an invite to like Cakes by Maria, you know, it's like, bitch, I'm not liking your page, you know, because for one, you can't bake. For two, like I don't even know you. Like we haven't spoken since high school.
Yeah.
I'm 29.
Yeah.
That was 11 years ago.
Right.
That's a long fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like your page. Like, we've had zero interaction.
Yeah.
Why would you send me this like?
Oh, man, dude. I feel so bad about that. I spammed so many people about my podcast,
and it's the fucking worst, dude.
Oh, I felt so bad. I hit the message option. They give you a message. They give you an option to send actual message to people.
A blessing in disguise, bro, because I'm here. And it was all by mistake.
Oh,
but, hey,
true.
It happened, bro. The first black local comedian. February 29th, Black History Month, bro.
Black History Month,
we're doing
baby.
it. Hey, this has been a hell of a podcast, bro. Thank you again for having me. Real quick, my socials. Like I said, YouTube is going to be Join My Cult, Please. And that please is going to be PLS, not PLEASE. As far as Instagram goes, you can find me on Instagram under Not Funny Vontae. That's NOTFUNNY, V as in Victor, ONTE. If you think I'm funny, thank you. You don't have to say, why do you call yourself that? You are funny. Thank you. I've heard it before, and it's not very original anymore, but I still love you. Thank you for continuing to support me. As far as Twitter goes, Twitter, you can find me on DeVonte tweet. So it's same as Vontae, except drop a DE in that bitch. And you're not following me on Snapchat because I don't know you like that. And you're not following me on Facebook because, again, I don't know you like that. Bro, yes. What a fucking podcast, bro.
It was great, man.
Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, you got to come back.
Hell yeah, dude. I would love to come back. We got to do this again. This was great. Thank you so much.
It was great.
This has felt like a therapy session, bro. I've had so much just pent up, and I got so much off my chest. And thank you guys.
Good, I'm glad.
For whoever just stuck it out and just listened through the whole 2.5 hours, bro. You guys are real ones. So shout out to the fans of Millennial Meltdown. I hope I can, seduce you into being my fan one day. I hope this has persuaded you into watching some clips that I have on my Instagram or maybe a couple things I have on my YouTube. I would greatly appreciate the feedback. The journey has been a long one, but it continues. And I love each and every one of you for sticking it out with me thus far.
That was so good. I can't even follow it. So we're just going to wrap up there.
Thank you.
Fucking please like and subscribe my shit, Millennial Meltdown, on all the podcast platforms. YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all the good shit, wherever you get your shit.
Yes.
Like and subscribe. Please leave me some feedback. That would go a long way too. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.